My son and I decided it was time for me to get back in the groove, so we hopped in the truck and headed into the mountains of northeast Georgia. The trail we were going to is one I've been on only once before. The last time I was there with a friend, we were only able to ride part of the trail due to a downed tree blocking the way. My son had never been, so we thought it would be a good one to go on. This trail is located in Sumter National Forest. Where it leaves the main road, it's just a small dirt road and a curve, and it's easy to miss. Near the main road, the trail is in pretty good shape, but it deteriorates quickly as you go deeper into the woods. Eventually, it becomes just a 2-track red clay path littered with holes, mud, and drop-offs. We were driving along at a slow pace, enjoying the scenery and good conversation when we came to a fork in the road. The trail to the right was extremely overgrown, and you pretty much needed a tractor to clear the way if you wanted to try that route. Our decision being made for us, we would be taking the trail to the left. As we were easing along, turning slightly left, my son asked, "Hey, what is that?" There, just beyond the fork, was a structure built of sticks, giving off something of a Blair Witch vibe. My son was immediately convinced we should do an about-face and head out. I wasn't fazed, and we proceeded onward. A bit further in, we saw a rather large circular structure built of sticks and limbs just out in the woods. It looked like a portal, or a gateway of some kind. I'll admit it was mesmerizing, yet a bit creepy. We did not get out of the truck, but we did push on. The trail was getting tighter as we progressed, and it had quite a drop-off on one side. Soon we found ourselves beside a good-sized creek. We passed an open area and saw a number of sticks arranged upright along the shore. There was a circle of stones around the base of them, and a few of the sticks had leaves impaled on them. At this time, it was getting pretty creepy, and we thought it might be time to look for a place to turn around. Just as we were getting out of view of the creek, we saw a heart made of sticks hanging from a tree. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? We made our way further down the trail, and it was getting pretty rough at this point. There was some very unforgiving mud, and we noticed there were no other vehicle tracks on the trail. It was about this time we began hearing something like a very quiet humming. Not quite like a cicada, but close. In all honesty, I had to ask if he heard it too, as I thought I may be developing tinnitus. He confirmed he also heard it, so I felt I wasn't crazy. The deeper into the woods we went, the more pronounced the sound became. Still very faint, but definitely there, and even changing in pitch from time to time. As the humming grew louder, the trail grew tighter. We went through a very deep mud hole with steep drop-offs on either side, rounded a curve, and found a large tree across the road. Nothing too unusual in this area, until we noticed it had been cut down with an axe. The trail was tight. A huge mud hole behind us, pretty much a cliff on one side, this weird humming sound. Ever felt like you were about to be ambushed? I threw the truck into reverse and started backing up. Something hit the truck. It was loud, and we felt it. No way was I getting out to inspect it. I backed about 400 yards up the trail till there was enough space to turn around, did my best Tokyo drift move, and put the pedal to the metal. Just as we made it almost back to the fork in the trail, 2 huge dogs burst out of the woods growling and barking. One of the dogs even bit one of my tires while we were rolling. Needless to say, we didn't stop till we were well away from there. Once we made it safely to the closest town, I stopped to gather my wits, check the truck, and possibly change my underwear. I did find a nickel-sized dent in the left rear fender. No paint missing, just a dent. No damage to the tire from the dog bite. All in all, we came out a bit shaken but unscathed. How far would you continue after the first weird stick structure? Would curiosity propel you as far as possible? What do you think was going on out there?